For a moment there was peace, but it would be short-lived, as a messenger tells of an unstoppable horde of horse lords far to the east that are crushing everything in their path and have already obliterated the Northern Empire in its entirety. And much closer to home, Garios, the Emperor of the Western Empire, sees my land as easy pickings, and also a much-needed buffer zone for their flank, fearing a pincer attack from both the Valandians in the west and the onslaught of the Kuzaks from the east. Refusing to wait for my impending doom, I mustered every man that could wield an axe and marched across the bay into Empire lands and attacked Garantor Castle. Fearing the advance of the Kuzaks, they had shifted a lot of their forces to the eastern side of their empire. This made our job much easier, but regardless, Empire's armor was still the best in the land, and their legionaries fought with great discipline, while their Palatine archers would even gain the respect of a bowmaster of Battania. Our numbers eventually overwhelmed, and we were victorious. Within a day we had more than doubled our territory, but for how long, no one knew. We ravaged up and down the coast, defeating several lords of the Western Empire, but no overwhelming host ever appeared. We even traveled across the straits into Azerai land and took the castle of Tubulus, a low-lying fruit Garios left cut off from the rest of his kingdom. Matthios, a former lord of the defeated Northern Empire, who had reluctantly joined Garios when the Kuzaks took his home, heard of my exploits and overachievements and became the first noble house to join me. My wife Annalith was able to convince her father Urgion to join us also. With the Southern Empire now completely collapsing under the weight of the Kuzaks, Garios was all that was left of what was once invincible, and was in everyone's crosshairs, including mine. And I knew in order to be a true king, I would need more than just a few villages and castles. I would need a capital, a city to be my center of commerce. Rote. If we could take this city, it would not only catapult my kingdom into relevance, but would also be the nail in the coffin of the empire forever. As the legionaries fell one by one and victory became more reality, it was almost sad to see how the great had fallen. Then I looked around at my men, their armor and weapons, and then looked up at the great towers of what would soon be mine, and then realized that the empire was not going anywhere. It was here to stay, but not as a kingdom, but as an infusion of culture that would forever be a part of Calradia. After the falling of Rote, a few other lords saw no choice but to renounce Garios and join me. We then made quick work of the cities of Jalmoris and Zeonica, ending Garios' reign for good and stopping the Kuzate advance for now. We had finally become a proper kingdom and have made some powerful friends and allies, but we are still surrounded on all sides by kingdoms bitter by our rapid rise to prominence.